Soyinka, chairman of the 5th Bola Tinubu Colloquium.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, I trust you. Lagos broke there. Mr. Chairman, wherever you are, ladies and gentlemen, do me a great favor of beginning this, what should be a celebratory event with a solemn moment. We're losing people too fast. It's very depressing. At the same time, we take delight, joy in remembering what they stood for and what they contributed to our very Wole Awolowo. Please, a moment in memory of those two figures. May their souls rest in peace. Amen. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, let me try and break the mood very quickly by beginning by telling you a little personal anecdote about this person in whose name is a colloquium series being inaugurated. You see, many people know Bola, many aspects of him, but me, I treasure personal, very. As you know, he was a fugitive offender, like many of us here. Many other things, former governor of Lagos State, but you see, and a businessman, or some of us within the anti-Abacha movement would not have survived. But then even for businessmen, successful businessmen, there comes a crunch. And during our period of exiled resistance, we looked for all kinds of means to raise funds, including even trying to print redeemable bonds. I think we did print redeemable bonds. We were so confident of victory that we said, look, let's print bonds and sell those bonds, and the opposition triumphs. And we designed those bonds. Incidentally, you may not remember this, apparently the symbol that we used during that time, which was supposed to be symbolic of growth, because it was a shrub. Apparently, that shrub looked very much like marijuana. We didn't know it at the time. Somebody pointed it out later on. But finally, Bola said, what are we going to do? We have to find the funds. I said, well, you're the businessman. What can you do? He said, well, I've heard that there's a rice line between Taiwan and other places. I think that I can get a contract to sell rice between Taiwan and Africa. So I said, well, okay, go ahead and sell rice. He said, yes, but you see, they require letters of recommendation. And he said, you have to write one. I said, me, I don't know anything about rice. I don't know anything about business. Well, laureate, write and say, we are trading in rice. Give the letter to me. I will take it to the government of Taiwan, and they will supply the rice. I will sell. I will use the money for the revolution. Then, after I we all came back. My house had been more or less made inhabitable, and I took a sort of a small place in Lagos where my house was being fixed. I began living there, but I found the work was so slow, so that I stay in Lagos for some time. So I got this bare house, which is in fact destroyed already. And the owners wanted to get rid of the house. Fortunately, reasonably cheap. And so we moved in there. It was unfurnished place. And suddenly a vehicle rolled up. And what did it contain? In fact, I thought it contained rice, leftover rice from Taiwan. But it was pots and pans. I mean, what more essential thing do you require if you're moving into an unfurnished building? You need to cook. His wife, Remy, sitting there, had thought about these details and sent pots and pans and the fridge or whatever to the house to enable myself and my family to survive until my house was repaired in Ogun State. And there are a few other things I won't tell them here. I was delighted the younger generation wanted to use his birthday as a platform to voice their ideas. Difficult as it was, accepted immediately to chair. I went so far as to make a tiny change in the title to show them that I was involved. I was not just coming as a figurehead of a chairman. I said, if you want me to be chairman, I want just little change so you know that I actually believe in what you're doing. It was purely semantic, but if you analyze it very thoroughly, you know there was a reason why I made that very little change. Because let's face it, this nation brink. Those who don't understand this, those who don't accept this, I feel very sorry that they'll wake up and find that we've fallen over the brink. It's not what we envisaged when we struggled for independence. It's not what we envisaged when we struggled to overthrow dictatorships and install the right and the dignity of human beings, our citizens in society. But whether we like it or not, it has come upon us. My problem with the government right now, especially, and let me be direct and personal, the president of this nation, is that he doesn't seem to realize it. He has not taken the people of this nation into confidence. By now, it is my belief that the president should be addressing the nation. And if he agrees, that is, that this nation is at war, and that certain things have to be done to ensure that we pull back from this second round of what is moving towards a civil war. That, of course, is if he and his government accept this. By now, we should be tightening our belts in many, many different directions. By now, we should never have persuaded ourselves to see what was happening in the North as being confined in the North. I mean, it has been obvious all along that this is not a Northern affair alone. No. And when I read in the papers the other day that some cells have been found and people have been found in Lagos, planning to blow up Lagos, my attitude was, what's new? We said this ages before on podium that, wait a minute, this is not, it's happening there. But believe me, it's happening everywhere. And this consciousness, I believe, should have been imparted to Nigerian citizens from the very beginning, at least 2 years ago, so that everyone understands that the problem we're facing right now is not just regional. It's national. It's a humanistic problem. I don't remember much about my Bible days. I've long left Bible and become a keferi or whatever you want to call me, you know. But what I remember, maybe because my field is language and symbols and metaphors, I remember the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. I can't remember precisely what they were, but I know that they were terrible plagues. There's a 5th, and it's called Boko Haram. And that is the kind of language I believe that the leadership of this nation should be imparting to Nigerian citizens today. I will not take up much of your time. I want to thank the generation, the younger generation, who've utilized to reinstate our humanistic consciousness by speaking, I expect, even beyond politics, beyond mergers, beyond political, beyond regionalism, and of course beyond ethnicism, beyond religion. To use a vision of the world. This is a vision of the nation. This is a vision of wherever they happen to be. So thank you very much for turning up in such large numbers. I'm going to preside from there, and then somebody there. You know, it's very convenient because unfortunately there was a miscommunication, and I thought this event was this morning, and in fact I have an engagement not, very shortly. So thank you once again for listening. I think I've taken up too much of your time, Mr. Master of Ceremonies.